Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are checking out 4 flashlights from the Wurkkos company. I thought it'd be good just to whack 4 flashlights into one video and show you each of these different kinds just in the one go, and we'll try to be short and sweet and get straight to the point. Now Wurkkos, they actually sell many different kinds of flashlights, but I thought I'd get 4 here that kind of represent different kinds of lights. This particular one is the FC11C, and this is a really versatile EDC, suitable for a whole bunch of stuff. Then you've got this one, which is the HD01 Pro. This is a really interesting flashlight. It's very versatile. It's got like about 6 different functions, and I'll go into that with you, but very interesting. This is like the multi-tool of flashlights. Then we go into this one. This one is the TD01C. Now this is a thrower, and as you can see, this can throw a spotlight beam over 1 kilometer away. Absolutely insane. And this particular one is a headlamp. This is the HD50, and this is a beast of a headlamp. Look at this, 4,000 lumens. So we'll check all of these out, and we're going to get into the video right now. My name is John, and this is Gel Reviews. Let's get into the flashlights. Please subscribe. Now, before I open each one of these up, I just want to say that every single Wurkkos flashlight that I have, they all come extremely well packaged, which instills a little bit of confidence in the quality of the product by this company. Now here they are, each of them taken out of their respective packaging. All of them come with manuals that are easy to follow. All of them come with O-rings. All of them come with the lanyards, etc. This is the FC11C. This is what it looks like. This is the HD01 Pro. And I'll look at each of these in a bit more detail. This is the TD01C thrower. And then this is the HD50 headlamp. Now, at the time of recording, the FC11C is around 32 Australian dollars. The HD01 Pro is around 61 Australian dollars. The TD01C, this is about $70. And the HD50, this is also about $70. I'll leave all relevant links if you want to buy any of these in the video description, so check them out. Okay, let's just take a quick look first at the FC11C. Now this, as you can see, it's quite a small EDC, and that's exactly what it is. It's a tidy and compact, but really well made, and I have to say, a nicely designed, everyday carry light. The UI on here is pretty easy to use. I'll show that to you in a second. It's powered by an 18650 battery, just in the back here. It's got a clip here, and it's simply got one button here. It's got a tactile rubber textured feel to it. Now the FC11C has a very powerful magnetic tail end there. It's surprisingly extremely strong. So yeah, bonus points to Wurkkos for putting on a decent magnet inside the tail cap there. It has a lockout function. It's got strobe. It's got SOS mode. So just really quickly, when you press it once, it's got a battery indicator on there, and that just turns it on. One press to turn it off. Now, if I wanted to step it up, okay, you turn it on and then you hold the button down like this. This goes all the way up to 1300 lumens of output. Surprisingly powerful for such a small form factor. Press it again, and then it goes back. When I turn it off, if I want to put it onto its lowest moonlight mode, you hold it down for like a second, and it goes into 2 lumens there. So that's really handy and easy to get straight into its lowest mode. Turn it off. Now, if I wanted to put onto strobe, that's 3 clicks. Double click to put it into SOS mode, and just click it to put off. To lock it, 4 clicks. And it double flashes, and that's in lockout mode. So no accidental presses. 4 clicks to get it out. And that's out of its lockout mode. I can put it into another way of operating it through its UI. It's pretty easy, and you can hold the button to ramp up or ramp down. But effectively, I've just shown you its main functions. Very handy and surprisingly powerful. And I'll show this to you in the darkened environment very soon. Okay, next up is the HD01 Pro. Now this is a absolutely interesting light. It's a lot more complicated to use, but if you want a flashlight that pretty much does it all, then this is what you want. Like, this honestly has so many functions built into it. Now with this flashlight, the battery is not removable. It's fixed in place. It's simply charged by USB-C, and that's it. You cannot replace the battery in this at all, so just be aware of that. And this also has a magnetic tail as well, and that's quite strong. I like it. It has a green laser, it has UV light, it's got RGB lights all over it, and on the front, you've got its standard LED light. You also have a UV light and you have a laser light. Got two buttons. The front button here, when we press it once, it turns on its laser. And I'll show this all to you outside in a darkened environment. So that's just with one button press and one to turn it off. Now, when you press it twice, what you get is a floodlight here. To ramp up the floodlight, we simply hold it down. And that's its medium mode. Hold it down one more time, and that's a pretty bright floodlight there. Let's activate our RGB mode, and that's by pressing this 3 times. And you get like a RGB mode like this. This is its police mode. We can press it twice, and it'll change into pretty much, don't know if you can see that on camera very well, but it just goes from left to right in its different colors. We press it twice again, and this goes into sort of this waterfall mode. Now, if you want just the RGB light to come on, we're gonna hold this down like this. Then you've got, in my case, this is sort of a greeny yellow. If you wanna ramp the different RGB colors, you're simply holding that first button down. And this will go across all its various different spectrums of colors. I don't know how well this is coming up. It's at blue now, purple, pink, red, yellow. And so that's how you ramp those RGB colors. Pressing it 4 times sets it to its lock mode, double flash, and now it's locked. Whatever button you press, it's locked. And if we press it 5 times, it will illuminate the buttons here in a breathing mode like this. And then the buttons become highlighted so that maybe in a dark environment you can find them more easily. See how it breathes? One more time. Okay, this button over here, this operates the main light. So let's turn it on and you'll see it there. To ramp it up and down, we're holding it down, which is pretty typical of the UI on all of the Wurkkos lights. And this goes all the way up to 1200 lumens, which is fairly bright. There we go, that's 1200 lumens. I can feel the heat on that. And then it goes down. We turn it once to go off. You can go into moon mode by simply holding it down for a second. So that's like your moonlight mode. If we press it twice, you go into UV mode. So this is, you know, you can check currencies and whatever else you would use UV lights for. That's pretty darn cool. The fact that it has a UV light built into this. And if you press it 3 times, it goes into its strobe mode. So pretty cool as a multi-use, very versatile light, the HD01 Pro. Next up is the TD01C. Now this is a beast of a torch. This throws out all the way to 1039 meters. Its high setting is 2200 lumens. It is a beast. I think this is really, you know, suitable for like spotters, for hunters, or anywhere where you need to shine a spotlight at distance, maybe security. There's a standard operating mode, there's a tactical mode. So first up, the battery is a 21700 powerhouse battery. This is a 5000 milliamp here. This has a power bank functionality on here, so you can charge up your mobile phone if you wanted to from this device. That's pretty cool. It can be a bit of a lifesaver. The charge port is simply down here, so it has reverse charge. So as I said, you can charge up your devices. The way to operate this is you have a basic on-off button here, like that. And then you've got another button down here which operates various different other modes and also is a battery indicator. Okay, so to turn it on, you simply press it and you'll notice it goes green. This will tell you, you know, it's various different life stages of the battery. To change to different modes, we're simply going to be pressing it once and then each one ramps up. Nice and powerful. And then pressing the tail switch to turn it off. If you want to go into moonlight mode, you're going to be holding the small button there and pressing it, and that's its moonlight mode. And then you can simply ramp it up by pressing this button right here. So that's nice and easy. At any time, if you want to chuck it up to its ultra high setting of 2200 lumens, we're simply double pressing this, and boom, that goes into blinding lumens right there, 2200. Now let's just say we want to put this into its tactical mode. We're going to turn it on, hold this for 3 seconds, and then it'll go onto its high setting. Now in tactical mode, you've only got 2 stages of light, high and medium. That's it. Let's just say it's in the off position. You can put it straight into strobe mode, just a quick double press, and you could be blinding whatever you need to blind, right? I'll demo this outside for you very, very shortly. Now let's take a look at the Wurkkos HD50. Now this is a beast of a headlamp. You'll see the style of headband it comes with. This is all rubber and there are grooves here for some ventilation. Me wearing this, I've never found it to become too hot or warm or anything like that. However, you'll notice it is a little bit more further out than a lot of other headlamps out there. However, the power that's in this thing is absolutely impressive. The battery here is a 21700 style powerhouse battery, 5000 milliamp, and it also doubles as a power bank, so this can charge your smartphone as well. The charge port upon the HD50 is upon the base here, and that is a USB-C. The HD50 also has a magnetic end right here, so it's not as powerful as the FC11C, but it's still impressively strong for a magnet in a headlamp. Its main operating buttons are here. It has 2 different buttons here, and you'll notice there it's got 3 different globes. It's got a main spotlight, it's got a floodlight, and then it has a red light. So the main way that you turn this on is through this button here. So I think it's always upon the right hand side, and that will turn on whichever light you have it set to. So it's on and off. When you turn it on, you will hold it down and it will go up, ramp up to its next light setting, like so, and then off. A double press chucks it to its 4000 lumens, and that's blinding right there. Now, if we want to change to a different light setting, we're going to be pressing the left-hand button that says M on it, different mode. And you'll notice it starts off with its last set mode, that's the spotlight. Now it goes to floodlight. It'll chuck both spot and floodlight on, and another press goes to our red light. And then it just cycles back. Now in each of these modes, if we press down the main button here, it will go up in different power ranges, like so. What I really like about this light as well is the red light. You've got 3 different modes of red light levels. I really like torches that have the red light built in, you know, you keep your night vision. This also has a lockout mode, and that's just by pressing both buttons for 1 second. And now it's fully locked out. So any button press, you know, it just flashes twice to indicate it's in lockout mode. Unlock it, hold it for a second, and it is out of its lockout mode. It's absolutely a beast of a headlamp. It's powerful. It will feel a little bit more weighty up on the head, but you know, if you want some serious power and this can flood up everything, you can put both of these lights on, the spotty and the floodlight. Well, this is your headlamp. This is what you want. So let's go test this out in the darkness now. Okay, so folks, this is the FC11C. So let's turn it on to its low moonlight mode. Okay, you can't see too much, obviously. Now we'll turn it on to its low setting. And that's not too bad at all. You can see my dog in the distance. We'll hold it down and turn it up to its next brightness setting. And then we'll chuck it up to its 1300 lumens setting. And that's its highest setting, and to be fair, that is fine. Like, as a general EDC, you'll notice that is providing me ample light. Now, these video recordings never really do justice just to how bright a light can be, but what I'm seeing is actually ample lighting for just an everyday carry light. I'll press and hold it down and it goes back to its low mode. If I press it twice, it chucks it straight up to its highest mode, which is 1300 lumens. And if I triple click it, this is its strobe mode. There we go. Just like that. And it's SOS mode. Yep. And that's the FC11C. A very, very handy and versatile torch. Yeah, really don't mind this one. Feels nice to hold in the hand, and it's just so compact as a torch. Okay, now let's have a play with the multi-tool torch, the HD01 Pro. I'm first going to turn on the laser, and you'll notice it down there. Now, at the same time, I will activate just its low mode of light, just so you can see the laser a little bit better. Now, the laser actually throws out very, very far. The camera doesn't do it justice to what I'm noticing here, but it is a great pointer. Okay, let's turn it off. It can be a fantastic pointer if you need it to do that. Just looking at its torch mode, so we'll turn it on. All right, that's its low mode right there, and we'll hold it on. It will go up to its next setting, and that's reasonable. Let's turn it up again another notch. Now that's starting to get a whole lot better, and we'll turn it up to another notch, and that is its 1200 lumens, and that is its 1200 lumen level right there. Ample lighting, as you can see. Now, if we want to turn on the UV setting, we'll double click it twice, and that is its UV light right there. Let's test its floodlight mode. Okay, that is its lowest setting in the floodlight mode. Let's hold it up, turn it up to the next setting right there. And then its highest setting in the floodlight mode is like that. If you wanted to flood the area, this is not too bad, and it does a great job at doing that. Let's test the RGB modes. So we hold it down, and we can see, you know, that's more of its green color. And I'm just going to hold the button, and it's going to cycle through its various different color ranges now. Yeah, not too bad at all. It goes to its red. We go to its police mode. Okay, if you want to pull over some cars, actually don't do that. RGB wave mode and RGB breathing wave, I think they call it. Okay, we're now going to test the TD01C, our thrower light. I'll chuck it into its moonlight mode first, and there it is. You can probably just see it. All right, excellent. Let's now start ramping it up to its next mode. Now, you probably can't see this that well, but it's throwing it out a great distance. You can just sort of see just how much of a spot lamp this is. Throws it right down, and this is just in its medium mode. All right, let's chuck it up a notch. If I was to shine it up in the trees there, yeah, it really throws the beam out nicely. Next level, and you can already start to see just how powerful this is. And this isn't even in its highest setting. This isn't 2200 lumens yet, but just have a look at the spotlight that's coming out. All right, let's chuck it into its highest mode, 2200 lumens, and that's by simply double pressing the activation switch. That's it right there. This will throw out over 1 kilometer in distance according to the specs. Like, just insane. I can see all up in the tree. Absolutely insane for spotting things at far distance. And if you want to put on the strobe mode, triple click like that, and that can be absolutely blinding. This is some serious throwing light power. Just absolutely insane. Look at that. All right, next up we're going to have a look at the HD50 headlamp. Turn it on. And this is what it's like in its lowest setting. This is the spot lamp. We hold it down, it goes up. We put it into its high mode. And that is absolutely amazing. Like, that is monstrous power, but that's not even its 4,000 lumens of power shining out. I double press it and that'll chuck it into its turbo mode. Look at that, that is insane. Like, really, really impressive. All right, I'm going to change its mode now, put it into its floodlight mode. Here we go. Turn it up. Turn it up. Okay, and if we double press it, that just chucks it into its highest floodlight mode and back down. Now we can activate both the spotlight and the floodlight, and this is if you want to put it into its absolute strongest mode, combining the best of both worlds and both lights. There we go. And if we chuck it up into its highest setting, that is insane. Like, that is absolutely insanely bright, absolutely powerful. Turn that off so we don't disturb the neighbors. We'll turn on the red light function like this. Now I'll move over to the car just so you can see it a little bit more clearly. This is its red light function. I've got some of the other lights here up on the car. This is its low red light. Okay, put it up to its next setting like that. And that's starting to get very bright. So if you need a little bit higher setting on the red light, and then the next one up. And you can even chuck it up to a turbo red light mode by double clicking it like that. So it's actually got 4 different red light settings also. That's just purely brilliant. So once again, just a quick wrap up. The FC11C is a really handy EDC, great for many different everyday tasks and quite powerful too. Very good quality. In fact, all of these torches are very high quality in my opinion. This is the multi-tool of lights. If you need a light to do everything from a laser pointer to a UV light to a floodlight to a spotlight to RGB lights, well then the HD01 Pro is what you want, and this was about $61. If you need a thrower light, like I said, according to the specs, this goes over 1 kilometer, then the TD01C, that's your ticket for that. That's about $70. And if you want a headlamp that is ultra powerful, the HD50 is the one for you. Red light, spotlight, floodlight, combined light, everything light. Yeah, really, really good and powerful. And this is about $70 too. So once again, I'll leave all the links in the description. If you're interested in any of these products, check them out. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll catch you up on the next review.